Today we're looking at the Formex REEF, an automatic dive watch with a COSC certified movement and some other neat little tricks. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's dive into this rather good looking Swiss timepiece. Now this is the first Formex I've ever reviewed, so I'm quite excited about this one. I've always been aware of the brand and I do like the look of their watches. The whole lineup has a very unique style to it. What I mean by this is, once you've seen these watches online and in person, you can definitely identify them as Formex watches, which is always good because brand identity is hard to get right these days. With new brands being created every day, it's also a challenge to produce consistency in the aesthetics of a watch. Formex was established in 1999 and began to release some really unique, interesting watches inspired by the world of racing cars and bikes. More recently though, Formex have been rebranding and expanding, essentially modernizing their lineup. Part of their expansion has a lot to do with their transition out of brick and mortar sales and into a more direct-to-consumer approach. This means Formex now refrain from expensive marketing campaigns and invest the money where it matters the most to them: the product development and craftsmanship. So they sound very confident. Okay, so let's take a look at this dive watch. The Reef is the first modern diver watch from the Swiss brand that has made waves with its approach to design and pricing. Now Formex began selling the Reef as a 42mm watch, and they still do, but that is a large watch for me personally. This watch is the 39.5mm version, which already looks more refined than its bigger brother. The lug-to-lug distance of 45.5mm ensures a snug fit even on smaller wrists, and the 11mm of thickness doesn't feel anything close to this thanks to the sleek profile. This watch feels well balanced, offering bold wrist presence whilst not being too overpowering. This 39.5mm size in particular, when compared to the 42mm version, feels like less of a big statement. It's a little bit more subtle, making it a strong all-rounder. So whether you're wearing it for an outdoor adventure or a more formal occasion, it's a watch that feels a lot more versatile. The bracelet and case benefit from a really nice brushed effect, with subtle high-grade polishing on the angled edges. This looks particularly good on the left and right side of the watch, and this design feature does remind me of a Patek Philippe Nautilus, which is a good thing. It gives this watch a real robust and premium feel. The crown features a large engraved Formex logo and deep grooves for an easy wind. So let's move on to the dial. The blue dial is finished with a sunburst effect and a hand-applied color gradient. In various lights, the dial shifts as expected, presenting the wearer with another excuse to stare at this watch. Like many sunburst dial watches, this is one of my favorite features. It's really gorgeous, honestly. The Formex logo at the top has a more of a matte effect, and the Formex text along with the Reef text can be seen in white. Below the Reef text is chronometer and 300 meters. To create depth without increasing overall height, the hand-applied indices are triangle-shaped and imitate a chapter ring. To increase legibility and to reflect the case finishing, the indices as well as the broad hour and minute hands are vertically brushed, while the bevels are mirror polished. The date window is angled on both sides to increase legibility of the color-adjusted dates. A nice touch. Hands and hour markers are filled with Swiss superluminova that emits a long-lasting blue glow in dark conditions. All of this is safely positioned underneath an anti-reflective coated sapphire crystal. So moving on, let's look at the dive-in bezel, and this has to be my favorite feature of this watch for many reasons. It's constructed from zirconium oxide ceramic, with numbers engraved by a technique using femto laser pulsations. Each bezel takes 60 minutes of precision engraving to manufacture. The bezel base is recessed but with a matte effect, which allows the numbers to stand bold and remain glossy. This is a really nice design from Formex, and when you think about the fact the bezel numbers are the same color as the rest of the bezel, it's impressive how legible they are. The bezel also features a white lume pip at the 12 o'clock position. As with any good dive watch, the bezel grip is made for function. Bezel rotation is very good and there is no backplay to be felt whatsoever. What you get is a nice loud click, perfect for diving. Now here comes its party trick. If you pull the bezel gently from the top, it pops right off. No, I haven't just broken it. It's actually removable and can be swapped with other bezels which Formex sell. The watch will always come with one extra bezel of your choosing upon purchase. This is such a refreshing feature and allows the user to customize the look of their watch whenever they want. Feeling a sports watch look? I'm going to go with the blue bezel to match the dial. Dinner out with some friends? Why not throw on the flashy silver bezel to enhance its aesthetic? Now let's talk about this steel bracelet. Formex have really got this one right, which I'm pleased to say about any watch. The spacing between links allows the wrist to breathe whilst remaining nice and snug. Formex haven't been shy to engrave a large logo on the push-down buttoned clasp. And what's really nice to see here is a micro adjustment in the clasp, which always ensures you get that perfect fit. For me, it's so hard going back to a watch without micro adjustability. It's something every watch should have, in my opinion. This bracelet also has a quick release system, so you can change to something else easily. Formex also offers a custom rubber strap, which is lightweight and comfortable, and some great leather strap options too. I do hope Formex offer more color options in the future for the rubber strap. A blue strap to match the bezel here would have tied the design together perfectly. I guess to me, it does feel a little bit odd that a brand that offers replaceable color-coded bezels don't do the same for the strap. So moving on to the movement here. The Reef is equipped with a Swiss-made Sellita SW300-1 automatic movement, certified as a COSC chronometer, so you're getting exceptional accuracy here. It has a custom-built skeleton rotor with thermally blued screws and 56 hours of power reserve. The 300-meter water resistance also makes this watch a very reliable diving timepiece. So let's discuss the price. This watch will cost you around $2,200 or £1,800, and that's with the steel bracelet. You can likely find this watch even lower on the grey market as well. For me, this is a really strong price point for a watch that I struggle to find anything particularly bad about. The COSC certification, the premium materials, the ability to personalize this watch whenever you want really make this a compelling choice. This watch can also be more than just a dive watch, and I would certainly wear it out in many different occasions. When we talk about Formex's drive to modernize and evolve its lineup, it does feel like a success, and this watch has impressed me. As always guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.